What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Saturday night live stream. What's up? How's everyone doing? Oh, hope everyone's doing. Yo, Sean, what's up, my brother? What is up? Hope everyone is doing well. um, we have some I think interesting videos tonight to react to. So hopefully you guys will like it. All right, all right. Let's get started. Let's get warm up. Let's get warmed up. Okay. Let's get warmed up and
为什么现
let's do some Asian video. Let's check it out. All right, let's get started with this one for tonight. All right, let's check this one out.
在的男生都不主动追女生的呀？
懒得追，反正也看不到进度条吧。
不好追，或者是他们喜欢同性，难说。
可能也会像我们女生一样，会有那种比较自卑，就是那种焦虑吧，自己对自己本身都有点不太自信的地方。
为什么现在男生都不主动追女生的呢？
投入产出的问题吧。大家现在的那个平等观念更强了，就觉得是一种双向的事情，就不是谁去追谁这样。
你说明明社会上是男多女少，但是婚恋市场上却掉了个头。
You see, even though there are more men than women in society, the marriage and dating market has completely flipped. The ones anxious to get married are mostly women, while our male comrades are sitting back with their legs crossed.
It's funny that in a society where there's more men than women, there's actually leftover women. There's actually women that are growing old without partners in a society with more men. So these women are, one, either so undesirable they can't find any man, or two, they're so picky that they want no man. Great. That's great for society. That leads to prosperity.
Relaxed and unhurried, not in a rush at all. Sigh, I'm not making this up. In recent years, many cities have witnessed a gender inversion in the dating and marriage market. For example, the majority of clients at urban matchmaking agencies are women. The matchmaking corners are also packed with elderly parents trying to find partners for their daughters. And online dating platforms? The situation is even worse. Over 70% of registered users are women. Even more outrageous is that at some
That shows you, right, the insanity. This is, and I think this is happening here too. More women are doing matchmaking. More women are on online dating. Yet, they can't find a man in a country predominantly filled with men. This is the problem with feminism. This is the problem right here. Where you have become undateable. A lot of women, in my personal opinion, and this is what we will be touching upon tonight, a lot of women have become undateable. They have insane expectations that no man or very few men can meet. And the men that can meet it, guess what? He can meet your expectations, he can meet her expectations, he can meet her expectations, and so on and so on. So, you're nothing special. Your high expectations are just the same as all these other women. So the men that can meet it, guess what? He doesn't need to settle down. And he has the ability to be picky because all or majority of women want him. So insane standards. And this is also another problem. You have high standards, low value. The problem with a lot of these women, feminism have taught a lot of women, have fun in your youth, in your prime, and then settle down when you're closer to the wall, i.e., 30, 35, almost 40. So you have this high standard, but dating market wise, low value. Again, these feminism, right? Feminism ideology, a lot of women think, oh, let me build myself up so I can date a man that's my equal. No. That's not your equal, right? That's not your equal in the dating market. Maybe in your mind and in finances, but this is the thing. It doesn't make him your equal because honestly, you're not contributing equally. Rarely do women contribute equally, financially especially, in the dating process, in the relationship process, in the marriage process. Rarely do women contribute equally in the whole dating thing, the whole relationship shit. So that's not equal. So if he's a millionaire, you're a millionaire, that don't make you guys equal in dating.
Matchmaking events, the male-to-female ratio can be as lopsided as 1 to 50. What does that even mean? 50 women competing for just one man. And it's precisely because of this extreme imbalance that some media have come up with a sensational phrase, Chinese men are collectively escaping marriage. But then you have to ask, dating and getting married should be natural for young people, so why are our male comrades showing such strong resistance? We searched through most of the online opinions on this topic. Let's get to the point first. In the eyes of most men, the reason they're unwilling to get married, at its core, is because the expectations and criteria between men and women when it comes to choosing a marriage partner have drastically diverged. The reason is simple. The division of labor in our society is becoming more and more equal. The old tradition of men working outside, women managing the household has long been gone. Girls nowadays, whether in terms of education or income, are already very close to men. So naturally, they place higher expectations on their partners, which is actually very reasonable. I'm outstanding, so I want my partner to be outstanding too, right? But the problem is that in this overall environment, a small portion of women have taken this mindset to an extreme. For example, in recent years, we've seen popular feminist toxic chicken soup, short videos targeted at women, even mini-dramas, all of them pushing the idea that in order to get married, you must find someone who is handsome, rich, considerate, and provides emotional value. Take a viral dating show from the past, there was this one case. The female host asked a girl what her requirements were. She bluntly said, if he earns less than 20,000 yuan a month, I'm not considering him. If he's under 1.8 meters tall, I'm not considering him. And if he's stingy with gifts or refuses to buy expensive ones, not considering him either. I'm not trying to rain on anyone's parade, but the average salary in Shanghai in 2024 is just over 12,000 yuan. The average height of China.
And I'm showing you poison of feminism. Women didn't realize that they're asking for rare.
Chinese males aged 18 to 44 is 1.7 meters. By these standards, this girl's expectations aren't just unrealistic, they're almost statistically impossible. And now that we're in the internet era, these flashy and exaggerated standards for choosing a partner spread even more easily. As a result, what started off as bizarre demands from a small number of women have gradually led to the entire female group being eroded by this mindset. Then guys start thinking, well, I don't meet the criteria anyway. On top of that, marriage means buying a car, a house, and paying a bride price. No matter how I do the math, it's a losing game. Let's start with the bride price. According to public data, in some provinces and cities, the standard for a bride price has even surpassed 8 times the local average disposable income. That means one has to work hard for 8 years just to save up enough for the bride price. In the end,
That's even worse for China. A bride price, they just make it even worse.
our male comrades just throw up their hands, flip the table, and give up, choosing not to marry at all. Honestly, everyone can see it now. The reason marriage is becoming harder is because the cost of getting married keeps rising. Marriage is becoming more and more expensive. And men's reluctance to marry is actually a silent rebellion against the excessive demands for rights from women, following the collapse of the traditional male-female social role division. Of course, this doesn't mean our male comrades are against gender equality. It's just that they've realized the effort and responsibilities they have to bear far
This is a thing where a lot of women and feminists don't realize men don't mind equality. Men don't mind that men are fine with women having equal rights. That's not the problem. It's the hypocrisy. It's the delusion. It's the double standard. Equal rights, okay? Great. But don't make it thing that okay, you fight for equal rights and then you also want to like be treated differently. I.e., let's say this. A bride price. It's equal, right? It's supposed to be equal. Now, but I'm paying to marry you. It's supposed to be equal, but I'm paying for the date to get to know you. Aren't we both trying to get to know each other? Aren't we both taking our time out to get to know each other? It's both of our times, okay? Both of our efforts. Yet it's both of our time, both of our effort. Yet the man is still paying for it. Where's the equality in that? Again, you can't want chivalry. You can't want provision, protection, and equality. Men don't protect their equal. Why would you protect someone that's your equal? Hell, why would you protect someone that's your better? It's like the insanity that me, an average citizen, protecting a Marine. Really? Why the hell would I be laying my life down for a Marine? I mean, why would I? It's like, seriously, the disparity is huge.
Outweigh the benefits marriage brings. And men aren't stupid, they can do the math. That's why we're seeing this strange phenomenon of Chinese men collectively escaping marriage. Nowadays, from the government to the grassroots, everyone is calling for marriage, offering policies and benefits to encourage young people to marry and have children. But if we truly want to raise the marriage and birth rates, there's still a long, long way to go.
我觉得现在的中国式婚姻对于男人来说就是一场骗局。
I'm increasingly convinced that modern Chinese-style marriage is nothing short of a complete scam for men. Just ask a man to seriously think about it.
And this is the thing, right? China is experiencing what America is. They're having a growing movement of MGTOW. Men going their own way. Men finding marriage as a scam. The growing of feminism in China. All these things America has already been experiencing. China is now slowly more and more experiencing it too.
What does marriage really mean? Why do you want to get married? Who do you want to marry? What do you want from marriage? And what have you actually gotten? Most men have never even thought about these questions. They just got married in a blur, tricked and coaxed into it by their parents' urging, by women's expectations, and by so-called traditional values. It's only after getting married that they suddenly realize they've been duped. When they were single, making 7,000 or 8,000 yuan a month, they lived like little emperors. After getting married, even with a salary of 20,000 or 30,000 yuan, they're living worse than beggars. That warm home he fantasized about? In reality, it's turned into a mental hell. Before getting off work, he has to smoke a cigarette just to muster the courage to go home. When his salary hits the account, it doesn't even get a chance to warm up before it's handed over to the woman. He wants to buy a gaming console to treat himself but doesn't dare. He wants to buy a motorcycle he likes but has to think it over for days. If he wants to go out for a drink with friends, he has to report to his wife several days in advance. He works overtime until late at night, dragging his exhausted body home, and forget about anyone preparing a meal. There's not even a hot bowl of soup. When ordering takeout, he even has to write "Please don't knock on the door," just in case he disturbs his wife's precious rest. What's even more ridiculous is that the first thing he has to say when stepping through the door is, "Honey, you've worked hard." And I just want to ask, is it the man who's out there hustling every day, bearing all the pressure and making money that's worked hard, or the woman lying on the couch watching dramas and shopping online? What's truly nauseating is that
That's the thing where I honestly believe, right? There's a whole lot of conversation right now about the lonely male epidemic, which is stupid. That is only a statistic that less and less men are dating. No one is saying that men are lonely, but they use that as propaganda to insult and ridicule men. Okay? Less and less men are actually dating. So because of that statistic, it's not saying that men are lonely, men don't want to date, or men are choosing not to date, or whatever. No, No, what's up, big bars? Not like there's no specific really. It's just that less and men are dating. Less and less men are dating. So they're using that to, yes, gaslight men. Okay, thinking, oh, men are lonely, men are jerks. That's why they can't find women. No one's talking about that. But I believe in reality, a lot of men, they're seeing that women have high standards, low value. It's not worth it anymore. Dating women is not worth it. A lot of men are understanding more that they rather spend their money on themselves than on women. And here's an Asian man that is saying it. He's pretty much saying the reasonings because, like I said, the whole MGTOW thing is growing in China.
Some women spend your money, show zero gratitude, and still act all high and mighty, lecturing you with lines like, "So many people chased after me back then, how did I end up blind enough to choose you?" While enjoying everything you provide, she demands that you give 120% effort. "If you love me, you have to go all in. You must tolerate my temper, understand my emotions, and meet my needs." When she wants emotional support, you need to be emotionally.
I believe it's true. I believe a lot of men are done with women's BS. Because this is the thing where I've shown you so many videos of average women, average ass women. They put down average men. The delusion that average women thinking that they're better than average men. And that is why a lot of men say, hell with it. Fine. You think you're better than me? Cool. I'm done. I'm going to work for myself. I'm going to think about myself. This is the thing where I've said this plenty of times where I want men to be the best version of themselves, not for women, for themselves. Spend money, make money, or you can be happy. So you can create the life that, you know what, is a bit more fulfilling than centering your life on women. I've been there and I've done that, and it really hurt me. Okay, financially, emotionally, mentally, it destroyed me. So now I'm not my life is not centered on women. It's centering on improving myself, for myself, and focusing on my own individual happiness. Because here's the thing, I can tell you this: women right now only care about their own happiness. Women will break their family for their own happiness. So fuck it. Fuck it. Think about yourself. Care about yourself. We have so many men out there that do not care about themselves. They will sacrifice their own happiness for everyone else. While women sacrificing men for their own happiness. I'm done with that. Because I can tell you this, one of the reasonings why I made this channel, learning, I didn't know this before, that the suicide rate for men is at an all-time high. All-time high. Men are deleting themselves at a high rate. That is depressing for me. It really is. So weird, they act like they hate men, but and this is the thing, right? Men, average men, are the backbone of society. And yet women are going after top tier men. Guess what? Top tier men, women, CEOs, they use average men. They use average men. Average men are the cannon fodder for the rest of the world. It's tiring. It is tiring.
Intelligent and comforting. When she wants financial security, you better be earning well. When she needs to vent, you become her punching bag. When she wants to rest, you can't even lay a finger on her. At times like these, I can't help but ask. A man who is thoughtful, makes money, listens obediently, and also happens to be tall and handsome. Why on earth would he devote himself to just you? Just because you're lazy, greedy, and living like a parasite feeding off men? This is the absurd reality of modern Chinese marriage. What have men been pushed into? They have to plow the fields like an ox, pull the mill like a donkey, and get slaughtered like a sheep, reduced to nothing more than personal ATMs for women. They're expected to earn money for the family, yet have no right to decide how it's spent. They're supposed to fund a woman's beauty and lifestyle, yet can't enjoy the slightest freedom themselves. All responsibility, zero rights. And in the end, he realizes. He's tried his best to meet everyone's expectations, but not a single person actually cares how he feels. I really want to ask, how did men go insane like this? Why must they get married? Is this what you call marriage? This is nothing less than legalized slavery.
Yo, Big Bars has said that. Legalized slavery. Men have always been slaves to the world. Men, okay? Average men. I'm not talking about the top tier. I'm not talking about the kings, the dukes, the presidents, the CEOs. No. Average men. Men like you and me have always been the slaves to the rest of the world, right? To move society along, okay? The bricklayers, the fishermen, the men, okay? The average men have always been the slaves to the world. We have always been the underdogs, the last on the totem pole. Okay? This is why I believe men are, no one cares about men. And that is why, okay, I created my channel to show my support to good men, the men that the world shit on. I'm tired of that, right? Why I want men to be the best version of themselves, not to hate women, okay? I don't want men to be the best version of themselves to hate women. No, I want men to be the best version of themselves so they have self-respect, so they can have boundaries. So if they find a woman, they will never let a woman cross the boundaries, disrespect them, because they will hold shit down, because they won't be desperate for women. That's the problem with a lot of men. I've been there, I've done that. We are desperate for women. We center women. So we do stupid shit because we center women, because we're desperate for women. While I want men to be the best version of themselves, so they're not desperate for any woman, anyone's validation. They are the leaders of their own life.
一个聪明的美女，她会选择丑的、矮的，但是她绝对不会选择抠的。
A truly smart and beautiful woman, she might accept a man who's unattractive and short, but she would absolutely never choose a stingy man. This is something you should never take lightly. Sisters, take my advice. Never date a stingy man.
I love women. This is a thing where I hate this ideology, right? This notion that if you are critical, okay, if you have opinions on anything, right? Opinions on women, on racism, on politics, on anything, on people, you hate them, right? I get people who say that, oh, I hate women, I hate black people, I hate this, I hate that. No, I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anybody. Hell, my baby mom have destroyed my life. I wouldn't even say I hate her. Because, at the end of the day, it's like, I want things to be better. I hate that. What I do hate is that we are divided. I hate that we are hurting ourselves, okay? I hate that we're hurting each other. I hate how the world is turning. I think we are more divided than ever. And it's not helping nobody. Okay. So I'm not saying that, I want to let's get on here to hate women. No. I'm saying that I want men to understand the world around them. Gain self-respect, create boundaries where you can be the leader of your own life, where you can have as much control of your life as possible. Not so you can hate women, right? Understanding women is not about hating women. It's about knowing where you're not going to be fooled. I mean, if I think hard about it, I may have to hate my ex, but I try not to, right? She has fucked up my life, but it is what it is.
Seriously, stingy men, once you date one, you'll be silenced. Each one is more ridiculous than the last. You know that saying? Everyone has their own Hamlet in their heart. What it means is, everyone has their own judgment and preferences. But I'm telling you, don't try to be individual about this. Because once you've dated a stingy man, you'll know exactly what it means to regret it beyond words. Those smart and beautiful women, they've already figured out how to protect themselves. They never let themselves fall into an emotional vortex of self-consumption. As long as a man makes her feel uncomfortable, dishonest, or shows even the slightest unwillingness to give, they don't hesitate for a second, they block, delete, and cut ties instantly. They understand how to stop losses in time, with no loose ends left behind. Only the less wise ones keep getting emotionally drained by jerks and stingy guys. Because they love the wrong person, they live with more and more grievance, grow less and less radiant, and end up with nothing at all. So, sisters, once you come across a man who's not willing to spend money on you, don't hesitate for even 1 second. Block him immediately.
现在男生真的是一点都不追女生了，然后总还把那个舔狗挂在嘴上。
Spend money on you. What's the point of you making your own money? What's the point? This is the thing right there. Why I say, men, be your best version. Because here's the thing. I honestly believe the one that makes the money has the power. That's my belief. You make the money, you have the power. That's just how the world works. Because at the end of the day, even if women have careers, have bank accounts, they still have standards, have demands on a man's money. So fuck it. Control that shit. The greed, it is out of control. This is the thing where we are seeing it more and more. The greed of women. That's it. That's how it is. The absolute high level of greed of women. They want to work and make their own money while having a man spend money on them.
Now, guys are really becoming more and more passive. They almost never take the initiative to pursue girls anymore. They keep talking about the word simp all the time, as if just being a little proactive would immediately get them labeled with that tag. For example, when they've just met a girl, they send her a message, and if she doesn't reply, they definitely won't send a second one, because sending another would make them a simp, or if they ask a girl out for a meal and she says no the first time, they...
Why do you... If he sent a message, do you reply? No. It's like, this is the thing where modern day men are tired of women's game. You could have done it, right? You play these games that women had back in the day, fine. You know, when they didn't necessarily have the equal rights. But now you are on equal playing field. Stop playing with these fucking games. There's always these games. It's like, 1, oh, I need to spend man's money. 2, men need to pursue. What the hell does women do? What do women do in the dating process? Literally, women do shit. And then you wonder why women have low dating values. You would think. This is a thing where I'm amazed that I honestly do not believe that women are stupid. But I do believe that I think women play ignorant. They don't want to know. They don't want to think logically. I honestly believe that women aren't stupid. They just don't want to try. They don't want to try. They don't really want to think logically.
Won't ask again. Taking one more step of initiative seems like lowering their own worth. Guys think this way. I'm also an only child. I'm also the precious one in my family. So why should I humble myself to chase after you? What obligation do I have to please you? But
so a man should humble himself to chase after you. Yet you wouldn't do it. Does that not seem the hypocrisy? You wouldn't humble yourself to chase after him. Yet he should. He should. And he should look good, be tall, be charming, have money. Are you kidding me? Literally everything is on the men. And then women are surprised that men will just use women's bodies. You have so much expectation on the man. And then you're surprised that men would mistreat women. You're surprised about that. Because the playing field isn't equal.
have you ever thought about this? Us girls also have our own thoughts. I've just met you, and I haven't even seen what your attitude is like yet. I might really be busy and didn't get a chance to reply to your message. But
it's like, why do women just see it one way? Literally, what she just said could be applied to the man as well. But no, it's only to her. So the logic, okay? is fine towards her. It don't make sense towards him. He shouldn't be busy. He should have time for you.
But when you see that we girls didn't reply, and then you never message again, of course we'll think you're not interested in us girls. Then we'll definitely not contact you either. Because we're girls, after all, we can't just go around chasing guys, right? So if everyone is so calculative, so passive.
This is the funny thing. Oh, I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. And the insane excuse. I'm just a girl. I shouldn't be, it's like, I shouldn't be chasing you. I'm just a girl. Are you kidding me? Are you not equal? Right? Or are you equal? It's just a way to mathing. No, this is the thing. It's a way to, again, not hold yourself accountable.
Then no one's going to date anyone. To be honest, if you meet a girl and think she's not bad, then give each other a few more chances. Do you really think you'll meet that many girls who make your heart flutter? In your entire life, how many women who are quite a good match can you realistically encounter? Since you've met one, don't give up so easily. Be a bit more proactive, hang in there a little longer, and put...
Why can't you follow the same advice yourself? This is why what she just said, this whole shit she just said, why I say she's not stupid, yet faint ignorant. What you said, okay, all the shit you said, why doesn't it make sense on the man's side?
Putting in a bit more effort isn't a bad thing at all. Likewise, if a girl also thinks the guy is pretty decent, then she shouldn't always keep up that prideful attitude either. Respond a little, take some initiative. Maybe the outcome would be completely different. If both people are willing to step forward just a little bit, the chances of getting into a relationship would be much higher. Because only when you really get to know each other and interact, will there be a possibility for making a choice. If you're always quick to say, forget it, or walk away after a disagreement with, I'll just find another girl, do you really think you'll always have another suitable girl waiting? Go ask those men who are 37 or 38 years old. You'll find that they might not meet a truly suitable girl for an entire year or two. By the time they realize they should have cherished that one good match, it might already be too late. In the end, when it comes to relationships, it still feels more natural for girls to be slightly on the receiving end. Guys should just be more proactive, make more of an effort, not to lose face, but to win the chance.
有的男人他虽然很有钱，但是他对女人极其的。
This is the thing why I will continue to promote this. Men need to have their passport. Have your passport. Please. The world is bigger than your surroundings. Okay? Hell, even in the US, the world is bigger than the state you're in. The world is bigger than the city you're in. Travel. This is the thing. Make money so you can live your life how you want it. Travel. Don't be stuck with the women around you. I don't think men take bad advice. I really, yes. Women are really...
Not all men who can make money or who are rich will be generous to women. And not all men are worth a woman's time to plan for or strategize around. 'Cause some men, although very wealthy, have absolutely no respect for women. When he's with you, the first thing he wants to see is whether you're truly sincere toward him, whether you're someone who is willing to give. Only if you're patient enough, tolerant enough, and caring enough will he maybe start to give something back to you. If you expect him to give first, it's almost impossible. He'll think, if I have to spend money on a woman just so she'll be with me, then why should I choose you? Why can't I just find someone else? There's no need for me to pick you specifically. Once you reach your breaking point during this long period of patience and finally erupt like a volcano, he'll reevaluate who you are. Only when he is completely satisfied will he possibly begin to give. But there's no way around it. Since he has money, the moment you're with him, there's already a power imbalance. The rules between you are set by him. Even if you feel uncomfortable or unfair, you can walk away, but he won't try to stop you. This kind of man is the classic rich and cold-blooded type. He might not even be particularly lustful, and the chances of him falling hard for a woman are extremely low. So, sisters, when we're faced with this kind of man, should we choose to endure it? Or should we try to get what we want through a long, drawn-out effort? If that's the case, you'd better be ready for a long battle. Otherwise, it's better not to start this relationship at all. You might as well put more energy into yourself instead. No matter how much or how little we earn, at least we feel peace in our hearts. The women who can actually deal with this kind of man are all top-level players. They have their ways to get these men to obediently spend money and time on them. If you don't think you're at that level, then I suggest you stick with regular men. They may not be rich, but at least they're easier for us to handle.
Tell everyone, nowadays more and more Chinese men are no longer naive. On the contrary, they are extremely clear-headed. Just how clear-headed? When going on a date and having dinner with a woman, they dare to directly suggest going Dutch. When registering for marriage, they can ask the woman to do a premarital medical check. Even after getting married, he will still ask how much money the woman has in her savings. In the past, it was definitely the era of men chasing after women. What about now? Many men don't pursue women anymore, which has led to some women having to chase after men instead. In the past, during a relationship that lasted a year or more, the guy might not even dare to hold the woman.
You know, I hope this is, and it seems like it, right? But I hope it's a growing thing that I think more and more men are less naive. I think it's because of men's content. I think it's because of men's content that more and more men are less naive to women. So all them that's why I'm loving that. I'm loving that. Because naive men are the ones who get destroyed. Those are the men that will get destroyed. So I'm loving that fact. I believe that's a fact. I believe that's a growing trend. So what do you guys think? All right, let's do some TikTok videos. All right, let's check this one out.
I did everything they said that was going to make me happy. I built a career. I got my own place. I went on solo trips like a pro, the best hotels, flying business, you name it, right? The works. And I stayed independent, but no one told me about how lonely I was going to be on those trips. Being successful looks really good on the outside, but and I'm proud of everything that I did. Don't get me wrong. Like, alhamdulillah, I'm very proud of all of my accomplishments, but it was very lonely. I feel very lonely all the time. Success doesn't check in on you when you're spiraling at home. Doesn't check in with you when you're having a bad day. Doesn't check in with you when or just when you miss your family back home. Don't get me wrong. Being strong got me very far in my career, and I'm very proud of everything that I've done, but I'm done pretending that I'm okay, because I'm not. I did every...
This is my personal opinion, that I believe that it's propaganda, it's a falsehood, it's a lie, that there are actually, or there is a good amount of single, happy women. I believe it's a lie. Now, I'm not saying that there's no, okay? I'm not saying that there's no happy single women. I just believe, personal opinion, that the majority, again, personal opinion, the majority of happy single women is a lie. Because here's the thing where majority of human beings, we are social creatures. We are social creatures. It's in our DNAs to want to mate, to want to pair bond. It is not in our DNA to have a career, to make money. It's not in our DNA. It's not in our biology. I mean, to work, yes, but that's not a focus. It's the survival is more accurate. So I honestly believe happy single women are a lie. I don't believe that's true. I don't believe that's true at all. Because here's the thing. Maybe not, you know, exact correlation, but more women than ever are antidepressant. More women than ever are actually unhappy. Here's I will go about it, okay? With my daughter, where I would talk to her and say that you have to think, okay, as you are growing older. She's good looking. As you're growing older, you have some choices you can make in life. You can have some choices you can make in life. One, you want to be a career woman. Awesome, cool, strong, independent. Two, you can focus on a family. Now, if you're lucky, you can do both. But that's if you're lucky. And in my personal opinion, it will be strained. Nothing will be perfect. Or you will have to make sacrifices. You will have to make sacrifices. If you want, let's say this, if you want both a career and a family, both won't be that great. The career won't be that great, family won't be that great. So if you want to make a great career, you will have to sacrifice a family. If you want family, you're going to have to sacrifice a career. I'm not saying you can't get a job, but a career where you're successful, where you're accomplished, you're going to have to sacrifice that. So that's something that a lot of women don't understand, because a lot of women think that they can have it all, that they can have a perfect life. And that is dangerous. That is very dangerous, because a lot of women are trying to do the freezing their egg shit. Okay, a lot of women are trying to freeze their eggs, focus on their career, and then in their 30s, late 30s, early 40s, now they want to start trying to have kids, and they're finding out that, oh, actually, it's not happening. It's hard, and it's a losing game.
Thing they said that was going to make me happy. I built a career. I got my own place. I went on solo trips. Like,
guess who's saying that? Okay, let's play that. Let's play that again.
I did everything they said that was going to make me happy. I built a career. I got my own place. I went on solo trips like a pro.
Who said that? Feminists. Other single women. Other single women. So really, you're living exactly the life that you're living. That other women are telling, that you are the example that other women are setting. Single women are telling you how to live, so now you are living the life of those single women. So you've accomplished that. Great. Surprise, surprise, that, you know what? You're not that happy.
Best hotels, flying business.
Exactly. This is why I'm not gonna lie to my daughter. I'm not gonna lie to my daughter, because this is the thing where the world will lie to you. The world will lie to you. The people around you, women, feminists, will lie to the world. This is the thing where men are more realistic. This is why fathers are important. Why fathers are important, because they are not going to lie to their kids. Good fathers, in my opinion. Good fathers will teach their kids reality. Will teach their kids reality so they can be ready for it.
You name it, right? The works. And I stayed independent, but no one told me about how lonely I was going to be.
This is the thing where women don't know how to add, right? 2 + 2 = 4. Women don't know how to add. You said you want to be independent. Independent, okay? Of who? This is the thing where women have to think. Who are you independent of? Your family? Okay, you could be that. But who are you really independent of? A man. You are independent of a man. So, logically speaking, if you're independent of a man, wouldn't be surprising that you are lonely. Because here's the thing where a lot of people are not realizing. Your friends, okay? They're not going to drop at a dime to do shit with you. They're going to live their own lives. Your friends, yes, I'm not saying that they won't spend time with you, but more than likely, your friends have lives of their own. This is the problem with a lot of women. What human being will spend the rest of their life with you? Purely with you. A partner, not your fucking friend. Because most, if not all friends, they have their own fucking life to live. Just like your family. Your family, well, your brothers, your sisters, your mom, your dad, well, they have their own fucking life to live too. So, guess what? At the end of the day, how can you be surprised that you're lonely? This is the insanity of women. You cannot expect that your mother, your father, your brothers, your sisters, your friends to do things when you want to do them. To be at your home when you're home alone. You can't expect partnership things from your friends, from your brothers, your sisters, your mom, your dad, because they're not your fucking partner. Those people have their own lives to live. And that's the delusions of women. Oh, I don't need a man because I have my friends, I have my family. Great. Guess what? Those are the people that will leave you when the opportunity arises. When they have their own families, when they have their own boyfriends, their own girlfriends, their own shit to do.
On those trips, being successful looks really good on the outside, but and I'm proud of everything that I did. Don't get me wrong. Like, alhamdulillah, I'm very proud of all of my accomplishments, but it was very lonely. I feel very lonely all the time. Success doesn't check in on you when you're spiraling at home. Doesn't check in with you when you're having a bad day. Doesn't check in with you when or just when you miss your family back home. Don't get me wrong. Being strong got me very far in my career, and I'm very proud of everything that I've done, but I'm done pretending that I'm okay, because I'm not.
I saw this comment right here, but you can be lonely in a relationship and it feels far worse. Guess what? You don't have to be. Leave it. This is the insanity, okay? Where people want to make excuses. That's why, why would you want to be in a relationship? You could also be lonely in a relationship. Guess what? You're a fucking adult. Leave it. Go find a relationship where you won't be lonely. This is the stupidness of adults, okay? Of some adults. Do you not understand you're a grown-ass adult? Leave it. Stop this stupid mentality. Oh, I can't leave, but I'm alone in this relationship. I'm suffering in this relationship. No. Then you have no one to blame but yourself. You chose to be alone in that relationship. Leave. I've said this before where my ex really hurt me. Okay, my ex really hurt me. She made the relationship terrible. But here's the thing. I don't blame her. I don't blame my ex. I take I take 100% accountability for the shitty relationship that I was in. Because why? I was in it. I chose to stay in it. I chose to stay with a person that made my life shitty. I cannot blame another human being for how they act. Because I can't control another human being. You cannot control, because my ex made our relationship sexless. I didn't have sex for over a year or so. Well, I still chose to stay because I was a naive, fucking stupid I was a naive fool. So, but at the end of the day, I blame myself. I'm not bad mouthing her, in essence, because I take full accountability. I control myself. I don't control her. So I could have left. I just didn't. We can't. This is the stupidness where, oh, but you can't be in a lone relationship. Only if you allow it. Only if you allow it. You could be in a sexless marriage. Cool, right. But it's only if you allow it. Don't fucking allow it. Don't allow shit that you don't want to allow in your life. Stop it. Especially if you can control it. That's the thing. If you can control it, don't fucking allow it. Leave. That's the very least you can do. Leave.
I thought being independent would protect me. If I didn't need anyone, then I couldn't be hurt. That made sense to me. So if I was the woman that did it all on her own, I'm good, right? No, that was the absolute opposite. But the truth is, it didn't make me feel safe. It made me feel alone. I wasn't strong. I was scared. Scared of being disappointed. Scared of being too much. And right now, I'm just tired of pretending that I don't need anyone because I do. And I just want to be held. I thought being independent would.
You know, this is something that I think more and more women are going about things in a more. This is. I want to say this, okay? I believe this is. I'm trying to form my thought. Okay, this is the problem with a lot of women. Why do I say that older women are red flags? Why do I say older women are red flags? Why do I say life experience for women is a red flag? Exhibit A. As you get older, as you gain more life experience, the likelihood that life experience, go aging, you will gain trauma. You will gain trauma. And here's maybe a bit of a controversial opinion. Trauma for women is a red flag. Because a lot of times, in my personal opinion, women can't handle trauma well. Because it will just turn them out. They will have certain traits that will just make them hard to deal with. Yes, this is sad. It is sad. Because this is the example. Because of your trauma, because of the past, the life you lived, now you have this mentality. It's either fear, it's either hate. Right? I'm going to show you another video where women are just saying, "I hate men." Okay, fine, but again, that trauma, well, that will make you pretty much undateable, or pretty much a type of woman that is very hard to date. Very hard to date. In my personal opinion as well, very hard to sustain a long-term relationship with. Now, maybe you could date these women. And here's the thing. I've dated these women. I've dated some of these women that honestly are very trauma-filled. So maybe not it's not like they can't find dates, okay? Not find relationships. It's that they can't sustain a long-term relationship. A lot of men will deal with a lot of shit, okay? Men are just this is how men are, okay? Men will put up with a lot. Men will pull up with a lot of bullshit, okay? Just because she's a a pretty woman, right? Just because he's interested in her. Men will put up with a lot. But men can only put up with it for so long. And I know that there's a breaking point. And that's why I say they can't sustain long-term relationships because there's a breaking point. And a lot of the time, these women will break men. They will break men.
Protect me. If I didn't need any, I thought being independent would protect me. If I didn't need anyone, then I couldn't be hurt. That made
Yeah, okay. This is the thing where I said this. You are the leader of you are the leader, the controller of your own life. Well, hey, you're scared. You don't want to get hurt. Cool. Oh, you've done it yourself. Right? You're living the life you're living now. Because here's the thing. You are not more dateable now than you were before. You actually are worse. Because not now you're not just adding age, so devaluing of beauty. Now you're adding mindset. Your mindset is worse than it was before. This is the price that women do. This is the outcome that a lot of women do. Making themselves undateable. This is the thing where a lot of women are going to have to realize. A lot of women are going to have to realize. This is exactly what Big Bars is saying. Like, this is the bro is spitting bars. Okay? These are a lot of women don't realize. These are the choices that they're not going to be able to come back from. That a lot of women are going to suffer from. Choices that they make in life. This is why I say life experience for women is a net negative. It is a red flag.
Made sense to me. So if I was the woman that did it all on her own, I'm good, right? No, that was the absolute opposite. But the truth is, it didn't make me feel safe. It made me feel alone. I wasn't strong. I was scared. Scared of being disappointed.
Yo, Artie, what's up, my brother? Thank you. Thank you for stopping by, my brother.
Scared of being too much. And right now, I'm just tired of pretending that I don't need anyone because I do. And I just want to be held. I thought.
And that's the sad part. That's the sad part. That a lot of these women are going to have to realize that you have destroyed yourself. You have essentially made yourself undateable. Definitely, at the very, I think, most likely, long-term undateable, where you won't, because you built. This is the thing where a lot of women don't realize. As women age, live their life, the strong, independent lifestyle, whatever, they build unhealthy partnership habits, okay, where they are just not suitable for companionship, suitable for partnership. A lot of these women don't realize that they just become very undateable, okay, aggressive, combative, argumentative, controlling, masculine. The list can go on with all the traits that these women gain, okay, over time, being the strong, independent woman that they set out to be. So that's why a lot of these women will suffer. They will suffer in the dating market. Because here's also another thing. Their financial value increases. So guess what? Their standards increases. So as sad as this woman is, her standards is insanely high. I guarantee it. Her standards is insanely high. So guess what? Only very few men can meet those standards. And these few men that can meet those standards, well, I'm sorry. He can also meet most women's standards. So really, why would he get with the older, aggressive, traumatized, combative, argumentative, so on and so on type of women like her, when he could get with a younger woman who hasn't been through a lot of bullshit, who hasn't had life beat them up like that. But it's going to be a cycle with women where they are the ones to destroy their own life. Here's a interesting clip. So let's play it.
I hate men as a general rule, but I also really love good men. I posted a video asking what the girlies would do if we hit an apocalyptic situation, and tens of thousands of them said they would rather than deal with violent and abusive men out there, which is completely valid. That's how I feel. And there are so many men being like, this is ridiculous, but there are a handful of men in my comments being like, I don't blame you guys at all. Like, this is such a valid sentiment. Like, women in war zones are treated horribly all of the time. Like, men are violent. Most violence is committed by men. They're like, this is completely valid. I'm a man too, and honestly, I would do the same thing. Like, I don't trust them. I have men in my comments asking how they can be better allies and how they can show up and support us, because obviously something is wrong with the world if this many women are feeling this way. To which I say, stand in solidarity, you know, comment and be like, you guys are right. You don't have to talk over us. You don't have to share your own experience. You don't have to claim that you're a good man. You can tell me that you're a good man by simply saying, I believe you and I stand with you. Nothing warms my heart more than an ally that is willing to stand up, willing to say something, and best of all, willing to take action. I hate men as a...
You know how believe if I'm a good man or not, it's up to you. Yo, what's up, my brother? How I personally deem myself a good man is that I want to break this fucking propaganda. This propaganda right here is why we have divide. Is why, okay, men and women are fighting against each other. Why there is a man versus women shit. This right here, shit mindset like this is why. This right here is just, this is 100%, right? Okay? This is right, exactly. Decades, right? Of teaching women to hate men, teaching women to fear men. Because that's what, guess what? I don't disagree. Okay? I don't disagree. Most violent crimes are committed by men. But listen to this, okay? Most violent crimes are committed by men. But that is different than most men are committing violent crimes, because most men aren't. Most men aren't. I think the statistics, right? The numbers, the actual numbers of violent crimes is about, what is it? 300,000, right? A year, I believe. 300,000, violent crimes. And again, most of that is against other men. Most of those violent crimes are against other men. But here's the thing. That's not what I'm talking about. About, and correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Correct me if I'm wrong. About 300,000 violent crimes are committed by men. What's the population of men? I believe, let me double check. Let me double check. I want to. $166 million. 166 million. I think about, so about 300,000 is a drop in the bucket. There's a substantially more men that aren't committing violent crimes comparative to the ones that are. And the ones that are, guess what? They're not committing against women. They're committing against men. I'm not saying that men don't commit violent crimes. I'm saying it's a small percent of men that commit violent crimes. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get actual numbers. I hate this thing. You know what? I hate that. I hate how sometimes you want to find statistics and they do percentages. Percentages are kind of misleading. While I want to do actual numbers, right? I want actual numbers because then you get a bit of more concrete. Oh well, whatever. Yes, men are far more likely to be victims of violent crimes than women. But that's reality. Like this is a thing where you know how it's stupid, okay? Sometimes you hear these arguments. Oh, what's the world like? What would the world be like if there was only men? What the world would be like if there was only women? Are you stupid? That is nonsensical because that shit won't happen. The chance of that happening may be 0.00001%, if that. An apocalyptic world? Really? What are we? It's like it's just like you want to only think about the worst case scenario so you can shape your propaganda. Let's break this down.
I hate men as a general rule, but I also really love good men. I posted a video asking what...
I want to say this, okay? I want to say this. What is the difference between this, right? This right here? I really hate men. I really hate men. Like, listen, hearing a woman say, I really hate men. What's the difference between this and incel? What? Right? What's the difference between this, women like this, and incel men? Please tell me. I really want to know. Because here's a woman spewing hate against men and saying, I really love good men. Do you not think that the majority of men are good? So really, it's like, yeah, you hate bad men. Guess what? Who doesn't? But in the same token, why don't you hate bad women? This is why it's stupid. It's nonsensical. Because this is propaganda to shoot towards hating men. Because here's the thing, why don't you say I hate bad people? I hate bad people because here's the thing. Women commit violence too. Women commit violence too. Is that insane that, oh my God, women commit violence too? Because that isn't. It is absolutely really ridiculous that why not just hate bad people? Is that such a far out thought? Because I hate bad people. I hate bad men. I hate bad women. But no, you want to shoot your femcel, your incel propaganda. Okay? I don't. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not on here saying I hate women. Right? I'm not on here saying I hate women. What I do say is I hold women accountable for the things they say and the actions they do. That ain't hate. So I'm not on here spewing I hate women. No, I'm not. Because I don't. Yeah. And this is the insanity, right? This is the insanity. This is spewing hate. This is the misandry. I hate men. Okay. I love good men. Okay. Why don't you say that I love good people and I hate bad people? Why do you have distinguishes? Why? Because here's the thing. Women like this do not believe that there's bad women. Women like this do not believe that there are actually bad women. And that is the propaganda. That is disgusting.
The girlies would do if we hit an apocalyptic situation, and tens of thousands of them said they would rather than deal with violent and abusive men out there, which is completely valid. That's how I feel. And there are so many men being like, this is ridiculous, but there are a handful of men in my...
You know why this is stupid, okay? Why this is stupid? Because here's the thing. History has proven this wrong. History has proven this wrong. Because here's the thing. We've had wars. We have had wars throughout human history. And in none of those wars have women just, like, the mass majority of women have deleted themselves. I mean, please name me a war, right? Name me a war where women have completely deleted themselves. Please name it to me. Hell, guess what? The Ukraine and Russia war, right? Ukraine and Russia war. Guess who's dying there? Men. Huh. Guess who's dying? Okay? In the Ukraine and Russia war. Men. Guess who's, fine and dandy? Women. I guarantee you, okay? Guarantee you, in a apocalyptic world, who's better off, men or women? I believe women. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing that a lot of women, they ignore. A lot of women ignore. Because personal opinion, most men are good men. So I believe men would be sacrificing their lives for women. Personal opinion. So I believe women will be more safe in an apocalyptic world compared to men. I'm not saying women will be safe. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying comparatively, I know more men would protect women, okay, in an apocalyptic world than there would be men that would be against them. Because here's the thing. We've never been in an apocalyptic world, right? But what we have been is in war-torn countries. We have been through war. Most war, men predominantly die. In wars, most men are the ones who predominantly die. Women are the ones who are more protected, okay, in those scenarios. Now, it's not a one-to-one comparison, but this is the thing where this woman's stupid scenario, what would happen in an apocalyptic world? Bitch, it's not going to happen. Seriously. It's a nonsensical scenario. But you know what? It's a scenario that women want to put up so they can hate on men. So women like this can make propaganda about hating men. This is the insanity. Yeah, Big Boy said it. Women can leave war zones. Men can't. If in the US, right, we had a fight, men would be drafted. Women wouldn't. Guess what? Men would be going to the slaughter. Women wouldn't. Yeah, I've seen, years ago, I've seen some clips of Ukrainian men going to war while women are going to clubs, or they're in other countries or whatever, nice and safe, while men are dying on the front line. So forgive me if I'm not like, out here spewing hate towards men and saying, oh, women are so scared of men in an apocalyptic world. Bitch, tell me a war that women aren't like the majority of the survivors.
Comments being like, I don't blame you guys at all. Like, this is such a valid sentiment. Like, women.
It is not a valid sentiment. Because again, what apocalyptic scenario has happened? Seriously. We've had plenty of wars. I'm not saying bad shit don't happen to women, but guess what? Bad shit is happening to everyone. Bad shit is happening to everyone. Hell, I mean, like, seriously, it's like men are dying, right? Bad shit is happening. And here's the thing. I'm so amazed. If women are so scared of men, I never understand this. I never understand this. If women are so scared of men, so insanely scared of men, why do they do things that makes it seem like they're not? They either dress very skimpy, going out, going to the gym, whatever, or they are fine with going to bars, clubs, and all that shit because they're so scared of men. You're so scared of men. Yet where's the caution in all that? Right? Where's the caution in women's activity? They still deal with men.
In war zones are treated horribly all of the time. Like, men are violent.
War zones. Who dies? Men predominantly die. Men predominantly die. This is the thing where why I hate men that pander. Why feminist men are the worst. They know how to manipulate women. Right? They know how to, pander to women, how to really ridiculous.
Most violence is committed by men. They're like, this is completely valid.
Again, most violence is committed by men, agreed. Against other men, but it isn't most men are committing violent crimes. Because that's got to be, you got to have a distinction. Most men, right? Men's population is 166 million. I'm guaranteeing you 100 million men aren't committing violent crimes. I guarantee you, right? 100 million men aren't committing violent crimes. I mean, like, let's see. It's hard to find, good, clear statistics. Well, here's the thing, okay? Here's okay. Now, this is just surface level, right? In 2023, 1.2 million violent crimes were reported. Now, again, that's very. I'm going to give you. You can make the worst case scenario. Okay, let's say all of that crime was committed by men, and we know that's not true, right? We know that's not true, right? But let's say 1.2 million violent crimes, were committed by men. Again, that's not true. That's just it was reported, right? And it's not really divided. I think 80% is committed. 80% of violent crimes are committed by men. But here's the thing, right? Even if we say a million, right? We say a million. Guess what? Again, population of men is 166 million. 1 million is still a drop in the bucket. That's the thing where no one really is understanding. Most men are not committing violent crimes. Even though I agree that most violent crimes are committed by men. Again, most violent crimes are committed against men, not against women. Most violent crimes are committed against men, not against women. Men should be the ones to fear men more than women. That's the insanity, right? Men have more reason to fear men than women do. She's a 5. Crazy.
I'm a man too, and honestly, I would do the same thing. Like, I don't trust them. I have men in my comments asking how they can be better allies and how they can show up and support us, because obviously something is wrong.
Why? This is the thing why, like, it's part of the pandering men thing. Why are you supporting women and hating men? Please tell me, any feminist, right? Any feminist that, I don't know, YouTube algorithm just happens you drop by my shit, okay? God forbid you do. Why should men support women in hating men? Why? Why? It doesn't make sense. That's the thing where I find it stupid. Because here's the thing. Should women support men in hating women? Let's even give it let's even give it a more clearer description. So men should support women in hating bad men? Okay, I guess that makes sense, right? So, but would women support men in hating bad women? If they would, then why not? Let's say hypothetically, women would. So why not just say we support each other hating bad people, right? Why distinguish each other? Kind of nonsensical, right? It's kind of like a circle. What the fuck are we doing? It's logical to say we hate bad people. But why say we hate men? And here's the thing. Her thing is that I hate men. None of the things she said, I hate bad men. Why not make a distinction? Why not make that distinction?
Wrong with the world if this many women are feeling this way, to which I say,
yeah, I mean, definitely fear family law. I definitely fear family law.
Stand in solidarity, comment and be like, you guys are right. You don't have to talk over us. You don't have to share your own experience.
What are you guys right about? What are you guys right about? Men are violent? A select few men are violent. Again, 1.2, right, million reported violent crimes. Even if I give women the benefit of the doubt that 1 million men commit violent crimes, guess what? It's against other men. That's the world. What are you right about? Yeah, men know that shit. So what? That happens. That's the world. You can't, like, it's amazing. What do you think? What are you supporting women in? Eradicating crime? What are we supporting women in eradicating crime? Are you eradicating crime here? No. Women want men to support women in just hating on men. You're not eradicating crime. You're not eradicating crime. Right? So that bullshit is all that is. Bullshit. It's like, what do you want men supporting you are? Just hating men. You want men to hate on men. This is exactly the bullshit that's happening, right? This is the propaganda. Why I say nobody likes men. Women are trying to make other men hate other men. Fuck that shit. I'm not going to stand with it. I hate bad people. I'm not for bad people. Why distinguish it? Because here's the thing. Women like this do not condemn bad women. That's the thing. That's the hypocrisy of it. That's the insanity of it. Women like this do not condemn bad women. Because here's the thing I said. I want to spread this statistic. I want to spread this statistic. 70% of non-reciprocal domestic violence, right? Again, 70% of non-reciprocal domestic violence is women against men. What does that mean? 70% of domestic violence, right? One way domestic violence is women committing against men. So women abusing men. I just learned that. I just fucking learned that. So what? So can I say women? Could you join me? Could more women join me? Right? Join me on this crusade to hate on women, because women are more abusive than men. Are women going to join me? Are women going to join me on this crusade? I doubt that.
You don't have to claim that you're a good man. You can tell me that you're a good man by simply saying, I believe you and I stand with you. Nothing warms my heart more than an ally that is willing to stand up, willing to say something, and best of all, willing to take action. I hate men as a general rule, but I also
Women. Hiring. What do you guys think? Thank you everyone for stopping by. Thank you everyone for checking out the live, right? You guys are amazing. Thank you guys. Let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to the next clip. All right, let's check out this craziness.
Let's talk about some of the qualifications I need to have for
I love this. How do you not get a migraine watching these? I can tell you this. Sometimes I have to take a break. I definitely have to take a break because it gets tiring. It does, right? All these insanities, these hypocrisies, these delusions, these nonsensical arguments, it gets tiring. But for you guys, my brothers, I'll suffer through it. All right, let's play this again.
Let's talk about some of the qualifications I need to have for a man if I decide that I'm going to date him if he has children. For one, if you have every day to see me, that's a problem. Why aren't you seeing your kids? I'm a single mom of 2 kids. I cannot see you every day. We have every other weekend to see each other. Outside of that, that's a problem. You shouldn't have every day to see me. For 2, if you're not helping financially or if you're on child support and you're not paying it, that's a problem. You should be helping your kid's mother. And if you think that being on child support, if you're not helping financially, is a problem, absolutely not. Red flag, red flag, red flag. 3, if you are not doing everything to be involved in those children's life, no. Because if I ever want more children and I see how you treat your children, I know my children are going to be treated the same. Not dealing with it. 4, if you're making the mother of your life, her life hard when she's trying to work with you and you're just like bitter towards her, I'm running the other way because why are you so bitter towards her still? 5, all in all, if you're just not a good father and you're not putting in sacrifices, effort for those children, and I see it, not doing it. That is such a red flag to me. A man that does not do right by his children is never going to do right by me, and I will never stand by a man that isn't out there doing everything for his kids. Running. Let's talk about some of the qualifications.
And you wonder why. You wonder why. I mean, you wonder why single mothers are red flags. Big bars, I believe so. This is the problem with a lot of women, right? I say this, right? I'm not a Bible thumper, right? I'm not a Christian man. I'm not a religious man. But one thing I love what religious people say is that men, right? God, man, children. Men should be above children. This is the problem with single mothers. How you single? Why are you single? Why the fuck are you single? Why aren't you with the man that you gave children to? Because here's the thing. You put yourself first, not him. Okay? You were fine with breaking your family. Your selfishness. And shit like this shows. If you cared so much about your children, right? This is the insanity of women. I care so much about my children. I put my children first. Okay, then why aren't you with the father? If you cared so much about children, you should know, okay, for the best outcome of a child, it's a two-parent household. It's a two-parent household. People don't say, oh, a loving. You don't have to love him. No, you should have to respect him. Two-parent household. If you cared, if you love your kids so much, bitch, be with your husband. Be with the man you gave kids to. But no, what about my own happiness? Guess what, right? You only cared about your own happiness. Yes, women aren't logical, 100%. They are emotional. Let's break this insanity down.
Let's talk about some of the qualifications I need to have for a man if I decide that I'm going to date him if he has children.
I said this before. It is fine if you have standards. Don't be surprised. Don't be shocked that men have one too. Right? Don't be shocked that men have it too. Again, this is why a lot of men don't date single mothers, or a lot of men don't take single mothers seriously.
For one, if you have every day to see me, that's a problem. Why aren't you seeing your kids?
Do you not know how how it works with courts? Usually it's the mom that has the kids, not the man. If you want to fix that, fix it. This is a thing where, do women not understand how the courts work?
I'm a single mom of 2 kids. I cannot see you every day. We have every other weekend to see.
We have every other weekend. So, if you have, let me put this logic down. Right? Let me try to break this down. If you have every other weekend, that means you have your kids. You have your kids every day, besides every other weekend, correct? That's when your baby father has the kids every other weekend. So even the man you gave kids to have most of his time free. Are you stupid? Even the man you gave kids to have every time free. Because her logic, right? She just said it out of her fucking mouth. She has every other weekend free. So that means that only every other weekend does the father of her kids have his kids. Logically speaking, that means that even the man she gave kids to don't have the kids all the time. So, if you're not so dense You would think that other men share the same kind of custody. Would you not? So you condemn a man that is just as free as your fucking baby daddy? Why don't you, right, do it straight 50-50, where every other week? It's like, this is the thing where with women. How are you, like, I've said this before, I don't believe women are stupid. But why are you always proving me wrong, right? Because math ain't mathing. Even your baby daddy has most of his days free. And you gave him kids.
Each other. Outside of that, that's a problem. You shouldn't have every day to see me. For 2, if you're not helping financially or if you're on child support and you're not paying.
Oh, I want to say, that's also why a lot of men don't want to date women or date single mothers. Because you're barely free. And guess what? Let me play this thing. Why do a lot of men put single mothers in the sex only category? I mean, come on, this woman is pretty much telling you why, okay? Why do a lot of men put single mothers in the sex only category? Why do a lot of men say recreational use only? Single mothers are recreational use only. She's proving it. You don't have a whole lot of time for him? Guess what? The times that you do have for them, it's only fucking, right? It's only sex. That's what now, that's all the time you have, right? So the times that he's going to see you, it's either sex or nothing at all. Because seriously, you have no other time for nothing else. Why waste his time? Why is he going to waste his time? That's it. That's women. This is the thing what women are showing. This is why. This is the only good use you have. Please, try not to get single mothers pregnant. All right? Please, don't hook yourself to that. Yo, Mr. McCoy. I mean, what's up, my brother?
That's a problem. You should be helping your kid's mother. And if you think that being on child support, if you're not helping financially, is a problem, absolutely not. Red flag, red flag, red flag.
Why don't... It's like, that's a red flag, but it's not a red flag that you're not sharing 50-50 custody with the man you gave kids to.
Three, if you are not doing everything to be involved in those children's life, no. Because if I ever want more children and I see how you treat your children.
What she said, okay? If she ever wants more children, you already see how she treats a marriage. You see how she treats the partnership. She gave kids. This is the thing where you gotta think. She gave kids to the man before you, and she still left. So why would she stay with you, even if she give you kids? Back in the day, right? Back in the day, it's rare, right? Rare for women to leave a man she definitely gave kids to. At the very least, you know that's a bigger, surer thing. Okay? That she gave kids to that man, it's highly unlikely she will leave that man. Now, fuck that. Kids do not guarantee a long-term relationship. So really, you talking about kids. Bitch, I'm worried about you leaving regardless. Right? So really, recreational use only.
I know my children are going to be treated the same. Not dealing with.
Well, I know I'm going to be treated. I know I'm going to be treated the same as your ex. You gave kids to him, and you still didn't care about leaving. You still didn't mind about leaving. So really, that's what the next men have to think about. Again, this is what women don't understand. Why, again, men don't take single mothers seriously. You gave the most precious thing you can give a man. Your body, and children, and you still left. So really, what do men have to look out for? What do men have to look forward to? You still leaving. You still caring about your own self.
4, if you're making the mother of her life hard when she's trying to work with you and you're just like bitter towards her, I'm running the other way, because why are you so bitter towards her still? 5, all in all, if you're
I can agree with that part, the bitterness, but
just not a good father and you're not putting in sacrifices, effort for those children, and I see it, not doing it. That is such a red flag to me. A man that does.
if you're not a good father, you're not going to do it. So let's break that little logic down, right? If you're not a good father, it's a red flag to her. Okay. Was the man she gave kids to a good father? Let's play that game. Let's play this game. Was the man you gave kids to, was he a good father? 1, if he was, why did you fucking leave him? Right? Why did you leave him if he was a good father? All right? Let's play with this game. So that is a red flag. 2, if he was a bad father, why the fuck did you even have kids with him? Why the hell would you even have more kids with him? Because sometimes these women have multiple kids with these men that they talk about. And here's the thing. It's like, this is the insanity. Why do you not make sure if he would be a good father or vet him better? It's like, vet him, right? Understand how he would be. Sometimes I never understand how these women date these terrible men. Did you not know all these things beforehand? Did you not know? Right? Because here's my I would say this, right? Because I would take onus, right? Accountability. My ex, I pretty much knew the relationship would have ended. Okay? Because there were red flags that I decided to ignore. She was your typical strong, independent woman. That was a red flag I shouldn't have fucking ignored, right? I shouldn't have fucking ignored it. 2, it was a long distance relationship. That was a red flag. I shouldn't have gone serious with that. 3, she had lied a couple of times. It's like, this is the thing where I want to say this, okay? The problem with a lot of relationships is that we ignore a lot of red flags. We ignore a lot of red flags. So this is the thing where I believe a problem with a lot of women as well, where you knew he was going to be a bad father. You knew it. You knew he was going to be a bad husband. You knew it. You just chose to ignore it. So again, if you chose to ignore things and then you come out to be a single mother, you have made yourself really dateable. Because now, because you become a single mother, okay? Just like women who become career women, right? They become 6-figure women. Now they have higher standards, right? They have higher standards. Well, now you just made yourself really hard to date. You made yourself really hard to date. Because higher standards don't make you easier to date.
Does not do right by his children is never going to do right by me, and I will never stand by a man that isn't out there doing everything for his kids. Run.
Again, if you did everything for your kids, you would have sacrificed your happiness for them. This is the thing with women, they don't understand. If you did everything for your kids, you would sacrifice your happiness for them. You would have stayed with their father. Period. I can never understand when women say, I will do everything for my kids, except stay with their father. And would you do everything? I can see that point. I can see that point, right? If you have children, you should not be dating. I can see that point. I mean, this is a thing where maybe you shouldn't be dating until your children are outside. That is the women like this, right? With all her rules, which is fine, right? I said it. You can have standards. Everyone can have standards. With all your standards, your rules, maybe you're better off not dating. Maybe you are better off not dating. That's something, a lot of single mothers should be thinking about. And this is probably why a lot of people say that, or well, there's some people who say that single mothers are recreational use. You shouldn't be dating. Just go have sex, I guess. I mean, I'm not saying that they shouldn't date. I mean, I say maybe if you have such high standards. Because here's the thing, okay? This is a kind of funny thing. A lot of these women have high standards, yet they still date men that don't meet these standards. That's the thing where they have sexual needs. Now, I mean, that could be thing. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But this is the problem where a lot of these women have high standards, yet they date plenty of men that don't meet these standards. So I don't know. McCoy, you are devil. You are devil, my brother. No, I mean it's perfectly. I mean, again, it's a perfectly sensible opinion. I don't disagree. I don't disagree that that's a crazy opinion. I mean, I could see that. So, yeah. All right, what do you guys think? Now that big bars. You know what you just said. Now that I definitely agree with. I wholeheartedly agree with. I 100% agree. If you can't put a man first, you shouldn't be dating. That is probably why I would probably lean to why single mothers shouldn't be dating. Because single mothers would not put a man as a priority. So, why are you dating men? Why are you dating? If you don't have the time, the effort, the brain, the bandwidth to prioritize men, maybe you shouldn't be dating. 100%. Take them out. McCoy, you are crazy. You are a devil. You are funny. All right, let's do one Kendra G video, okay? I'm going to end out on a Kendra G video. I'm trying to look for one, okay? So bear with me.
All right, here we go.
All right, let's do a Kendra G video. Let's end out on a Kendra G video, okay? All right, let's check this out.
Girl, we're having dentist talk
Big bars. Yes, the worst women online.
right now. What's the name, baby?
Yes, it's Amari.
It's Amari?
Yeah.
Amari, and where you calling us from?
I'm calling from Cali.
Cali, okay. How old are you?
I'm 25. I'll be 26 in October.
Okay, what's your zodiac sign? Is that Libra?
Libra, yeah.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
Yeah, I actually have one right here. Kaden, say hi to everybody.
Oh, hi, baby. Okay.
Besitos.
Okay. Very cute. Oh, how old is he?
He's 2.
2. Why
He'll
you
be
not with
3
the
in
daddy?
June.
Why you not with the daddy?
Girl, he probably in this live right now.
McCoy. Babe, she has kids, yes. Why is she dating? Well, women will be women.
Girl, he always keeps quitting his job.
He just what's his job?
He just recently quit his job, and I'm just like, he doesn't have a car. He hasn't had a car, Kendra, since I met him. It just got to a place. He was like my crush in high school. So I was like, I'll give it a try. Da, da, da. He had a kid previously.
A what?
So he has another child too, who is older than mine. But he's just not doing good. He's just not doing good.
Sometimes I'm amazed by women's. I don't want to sound terrible, right? I really don't want to sound terrible. But I'm amazed by women's stupidity. I really am. Here's a man that already has a baby mama before you. Now, I'm not saying it's 100%, right? Men that have kids, it's not a 100% thing. Oh, he's going to have, he's not going to work out with you. No. But that should be a red flag, right? It should be a red flag automatically. And I've said this before. Red flags don't mean automatic no. Don't mean automatic no. But you should recognize the red flag. Don't ignore them. So you saw that he was a baby daddy. Okay? Okay. And then this man didn't have his shit together. Didn't have a car, didn't have nothing to his name. He wasn't stable. So, one, he's already a baby daddy. Okay? 2, he didn't have his shit together. 3, bitch, why did you not vet him properly? Ask his baby mom. Is he a good guy? Was he a good guy? Why do you break up? Why blah 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 blah? Vet the man properly. I mean, yeah, these women do choose these men on purpose. I mean, like, it's like they know the red flags. They know they will make mistakes.
Shout out to Justine.
You know what, McCoy, right? This is a theory I have. I think a lot of these women barely know these men. And they have sex with these men within the 1 to 2 to maybe 3 months of knowing these men, right? Very quickly. They barely know these men, barely know these boys, and they have sex with these boys, these men, actually really quickly within the time they know them. 1 to 3 to maybe 4 months, and they get pregnant within those months. So really, these baby fathers you have, you barely know these men. So that's why, you're surprised that these guys turn into shitty men? No fucking duh. You didn't even know him.
Justine said men with broke penises got the best penises. Because, girl, why you know all that and say I'm baby by him?
Girl, I don't know. Like, I'm the type, I'm like a ride or die. I'm not like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not.
How you a ride or die and you're not fucking with him? This is funny. How are you a single mother and you're a ride or die? Because you're not dead and you're a single mother. How you a ride or die? What the fuck is that? It's like, what the hell does that mean?
Not gonna just leave somebody because they're broke. You know, it was like about
If you're not gonna leave somebody because they're broke, then why did you leave him because he's broke?
Well, now it's getting to the point to where he's like constantly like just like leaving his jobs and stuff like on purpose. I think. You know what I mean?
You think he doesn't want to pay child support?
I don't even have him on child support, Kendra.
But does he still help you out with the baby?
He was. He missed like all last month of a payment, so I just haven't been pressing it. I'm like, it is what
McCoy, you're a devil.
it is.
It is what it is. Okay, well, let's keep going. All right, Amari Callie, 25 Libra, mom to a 2-year-old.
That is insane. Yeah, our tax dollars are subsidizing these. This is why I said baby mama culture is a poison to society. Baby mama culture is poisonous to society. That is why I'm against it. I'm really against baby mama culture. I really am.
Let's get into it, y'all. So, what do you do for a living?
Right now I'm in school to be a registered nurse.
I can't hear you, honey.
I said right now, currently, I'm in school to be a registered nurse.
Okay. You're in school. How do you pay? How do you make money if you're in school?
I do. I get financial aid, and then I also work at Amazon.
Okay, got you. All right, and this is your only child?
Yeah.
Have you never been married, right?
No.
Okay. All right, let's get to it. We got Amari, Callie, 25 Libra, mom to a 2-year-old, currently in school to be an RN.
Yes, financial aid comes from our taxes. Yeah.
Also does Amazon, and let's do it. Never married. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
Girl, a man that's caring and like wants to like adventure, I guess you can say. Like, you know, somebody with big personality. Cause I have a big personality. Somebody goofy, cause I'm goofy.
Somebody goofy because you're goofy. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your deal breaker? Oh, you have more? Okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
I'm 5'6.5", so he gotta be taller. Or like, I don't know. He gotta be taller.
Taller than 5'6". Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
What are your deal breakers?
Somebody that just is bad at texting. Really? I'm like really simple though, Kendra. Like just somebody that's bad at texting, who doesn't communicate. Like that's just what icks me. That's it.
All right. Should he look a certain way?
I'm not picky.
Not picky. Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
No.
No. Okay.
As long as he has like goals, you know what I mean? Like I'm like I told you, I'm in school, you know, to be a nurse, which will happen within like 3 years. So as long as they have some type of path, that's totally fine with me. You don't have to be at your goal, just have a goal, you know? A destination.
Okay. Should he? Okay. Let's do the Kendra cam. So you guys do the Kendra cam. Your car is parked, correct?
Yeah, it is. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me find the lighting. Ooh, child.
All right, there we go. That's better lighting. We got to see your legs, honey.
Oh Lord, let me put that right. Oh wait, no, that's not
Can't see
gonna.
your legs.
Yeah, you still can't see my legs. Give me 1 second. I don't know if this is gonna help. Y'all, where should I put the phone? Where's Kaden? Maybe if I scoot out.
Okay. All right, we see you, girl. I can see you. The comments are covering it, but I think I can see your shape. Oh, you got a cute shape. Okay, lady in green. Ooh.
Okay. Yeah.
We got you. We got you.
I mean, she's not. I want to say she's obese, but she's kind of pudgy. I mean, average, right? In my opinion, she's a 5, right? Average, right? Average at best. Yeah. She's got a booty.
Girl, I always say you can tell when somebody love their body, child. They'll do an extra Kendra cam.
Okay.
Okay. All right. When was your last relationship?
Yeah, her body. I definitely agree. Right, her body's mid with the cute face. So maybe adjustable 5. Right, adjustable 5, 6 at best.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I want to say a year ago.
A year ago. 3 flaws you have to work on.
I have to work on. I got a lot I need to work on. I'm not a perfect person. I would say communication. Like usually, like when I get upset, I need
McCoy, you're crazy. But yeah, that is a baby mama pouch. Yeah, that's funny.
like just space to like regather my thoughts and then communicate. But like communicating on site, I need to work on. What else? There's a lot. There's a lot that I need to work on. I need to work on. I feel like I have a big heart, Kendra, so I feel like I give more than I take, and I don't know how to explain it, but I think I give way more in a relationship that I get.
Okay. So you want to work on receiving more than giving.
Yes, but it should be equal in a way. You know what I mean? Like I'm not expecting if I get you something, you need to instantly get me something back. But it needs to be like, fair too. You know what I mean? Not forced. You got to be out of love, out of like the kindness of their heart.
Okay. Let's see. Okay.
McCoy, you make chat more funny.
Free week. Okay. All right. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I can't hear her.
I said, why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because I'm fun. I'm a homebody, but I could be so much fun. Like I like to go out. I could do a little twerk on somebody, on my man.
You could do a little twerk on somebody?
A little twerk on my man, a little twerk. Make them look good in the club, Kendra,
Ooh, you say you could do a little twerk. So he's lucky to be with you because you could twerk on him good in the club, girl.
Yes. No, but just like, I think I just have a big heart. Like when I'm in a relationship, I give my all to that one person. Like I'm loyal. I don't post pictures for thirst trapping and none of that. Like I don't I'm not a flirt. So I feel like anybody that is to be with me would be lucky.
Anyone to be with you would be. Here's the thing. True or not, I said this, okay? One of the biggest red flags women can have is the men that they are attracted to. Well, you have a big red flag. You were attracted to a shitty man. Yeah. That already says like a lot about you. And yeah, she probably is lying.
Okay, well let's do it, child. Wait, what's the age range you would date, Amari?
Let's say 20. I want to say like 25 and up.
Okay.
25 to like 25 to 30 maybe.
Okay. And could he have kids?
Yeah, I don't mind.
All
As
right.
long as there's no baby mama drama over there, then we're good.
Lots
I
of
can
baby
get along
mama
with it.
drama. All right, so we got Amari Callie, 25 Libra, mom to a 2-year-old, in school to be an RN, also works at Amazon. What's your name on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
What did you say, Kendra?
What's your name on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
I don't have it yet.
Now she's just talking about the app. This is a thing where, like I said, just like the titles of tonight, a lot of women don't realize that they essentially make themselves undateable. A lot of women don't realize that they put themselves into the sex only category. Okay, the type of women that McCoy would go crazy for. you have to be more selective with your body. This is the man you gave kids to, a bum, a scrub. And now, what? You want another man to be a stepfather, to be better than the man you gave kids to? And the man you gave kids to, you couldn't even stay with him. For whatever reason, okay? Whatever reason, you couldn't even stay with him. Man you gave kids to. Because women have to understand, you gave him your body. You gave him kids. And that man you couldn't get a long-term relationship with. How can the next man have any security in knowing that you would stay with him? How? Because even with kids, that doesn't guarantee you would stay. Having sex with you, there's no guarantee you would stay. So really, women have to understand that men think about this. It's like, why you have no proof that you're a ride or die because you're a single mother. Obviously, you've been in a relationship. So where's the proof that you're a ride or die? None. Fun, great, you're fun. So what? It's like, great, you're fun. Men will just have sex with you, have fun with you, and then leave you. So this is the thing where a lot of women gotta realize that they make themselves undateable. Or they put themselves into the sex only category with the mindset that they have. Okay? With the life choices they make. Again, you're a baby mama now. Now you men will be very cautious of you. Or men will see you in a certain way where, you know what, you're only suitable for sex. That's something that a lot of women don't really realize. What do you guys think? And I'm not saying she's not terrible. She doesn't seem terrible. She seems nice. Okay, she seems nice. Like we're saying, cute face, mid body. But again, that makes you average, right? Looks wise, you're average. Now you have a kid. You gotta think. Small kid, she's not gonna have that much time for you. Now you might have to be a stepfather if you're gonna commitment. And it's like, there's no guarantee that she's a ride or die. She will stick with you because she's shown that she doesn't. But suitable for entertainment. Yes. What do you guys think? She's better than Netflix. I agree. I mean, how? Booty's usually better than Netflix. All right, guys. Good. I think that was a good live, right? We had fun. McCoy, you are joy. Love you, my brother. You are certainly a joy. No, she's cute. She's cute. That's the thing where it's like a lot of women, the problem isn't attraction. It's personality. It's their life, right? It's their lifestyle. It's the life that they have lived, okay? It's not because women are unattractive that they're having problems in dating. No. Attraction isn't the problem, right? It's who they are. It's the choices that they made in life. That's usually the problem. All right, guys. Big bars. McCoy. Bay. Let's see. Adam. Thank you, Adam. Who else? Anyone else? Rigo. What's up, my brother? Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. Artie, thank you, my brother. Thank you, everyone, right? Thank you, everyone, for all the support, all the love. Thank you for checking out my lives, checking out my other videos. If you guys could help me like, subscribe, comment on my videos, right? Comment as many of my videos as you can. Like let them play in the background if you're doing shit, right? Help me get more views, get more help the algorithm for me. So if you guys want to help me, that would be the best way to do it. So other than that, you guys are amazing. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. Yeah. You guys are amazing, right? Thank you. Those choices are me getting laid. McCoy, you are opportunistic. All right, guys. Love you. Hope you guys have a good night. Hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend, okay? Later, guys.